Welcome back to Have Bronco Will Travel. So today is going to be kind of a non-episode episode, and what I mean by that is work has kind of slowed down a little bit because we're in the doldrums of summer. So we have a couple issues right now. Number one is I can usually do work on the Bronco on the weekends. I can get a little bit done after my normal job, but mostly on the weekends, and being summer, I'm trying to spend weekends in the mountains doing things, walking my dog, and just having a good summer. So that alone has caused a slowdown in things on this Bronco. Now the other problem is we're in the middle of a heat dome, kind of unprecedented, but right now the average temperature is about 102 to 103 degrees outside. In fact, I just looked at the thermometer inside the garage here, and it's about 108 degrees. So my garage is not insulated. I don't have air conditioning in the garage, and as a result, I can't really be out here doing a lot of work in the summertime. So progress has really slowed down a lot, but that doesn't mean that it's slowed down to zero. So there are a couple things going on, and I just wanted to keep you up to date on what those things are. So first of all, I've been lining up vendors for things that I can't do myself. So number one is there are a lot of parts that I can't buy anymore for 1978 or 1979 Ford Broncos. So I'm setting up a vendor to scan in somewhat broken parts that I pulled off the vehicle so they can produce CAD drawings. Now the things that I'm having scanned in is, first of all, this. Now this is a hard cover that goes on the back of the two front bucket seats. And when I pulled these off on both the passenger and the driver's side, these kind of got broken, or they were broken before I pulled them off. I'm not sure which. So on this one right here, you can see there are these clips that you're supposed to actually hook into the top of the seat. These got broken on the passenger side, although I was able to preserve these on the driver's side. However, on both the driver and passenger side, there are these clips right here where you screw these into the bottom of the seat, and in both cases, these are broken. So I'm having these sent to a vendor who will scan this in, produce a CAD drawing, and then fix these on the CAD drawings. Now the other thing I'm having worked on right now, let me see if I can get it out of my pocket, is this right here. Now this is a body mount cover for a 1978 and a 1979 Ford Bronco. These aren't that complicated, it's just a piece of metal, and you can buy versions of these now, but they're totally flat. So you can't buy one today that has the same form, fit, and function of the original Bronco, but you can buy ones that have the fit and the function of the Bronco, but I want all three. So I've sent a version of this to a vendor called CAD who's going to scan this in, and once I get the CAD drawings back, I'm sending both of these CAD drawings to a vendor in Idaho who is going to have these 3D printed. So this one is a metal 3D print, this one up here is a plastic 3D print. Now the one downside is they don't really do things in small quantities, so I'm going to have to do some bulk printing. So where I only need 2 of these, I'm going to probably have about 100 of them printed. So it is possible that I may be selling some of these. Now once I have all these printed, I'm going to take these, well minus the plastic parts, to include the frames for the bench seat and the 2 bucket seats, and I'm having those sent to a vendor that I've found that is going to basically sand them down, and once they've sanded them down, they're going to coat them. Now some things are going to coat with paint, some things are going to do a powder coating on, depending on what it is, but it will provide rust protection. And once that is done, I am prepared to go to the next set of actions to restore the seats completely. Now I am going to go ahead and restore the 2 front bucket seats, but I'm going to sell those because I'm going to buy 2 high back captain's chairs, which those are not cheap. Those are around $4,000 per seat. So that'll be coming up, and those may be things that I may be offering on this channel to sell to somebody who would like them. Now, upcoming, and I'm going to start this tomorrow, although as I mentioned, the progress is going to be slow, I'm going to start getting to some things under the hood of the vehicle. Now, the first problem I have in the vehicle is there has been a leak of brake fluid coming out of the master cylinder. So what that has done over decades, it has coated everything inside the engine bay. So I'm going to do my best to get that coating out of there. Unfortunately, that's going to mean scraping it down, in some cases down to bare metal, just to get that out. But once I'm done with that, I'm going to start pulling things out of the hood of the vehicle. I'm going to start refurbishing them. So I'll have an entire video series about refurbishing the thermostatic air filter assembly. I'm going to have an entire video series about restoring the the master cylinder and everything related to the brakes. And I'm also going to go ahead and have an entire series dedicated to restoring the carburetor, which means completely breaking it down and rebuilding it from the ground up. So that'll be coming up soon. It's going to be a bit slower than I would like, so I apologize for that. But I just wanted to get a video out there to show that I'm not done making videos. This hasn't stopped. It's just that progress has slowed down a little bit for a few more weeks. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and close this video out. I'm John Webb, and this is Have Bronco Will Travel.